Winner of 4 Tony Awards in 2014, Hedwig and the Angry Inch played in front of sellout crowds on Broadway and starred Neil Patrick Harris. The show is making a return to Wichita now at Roxy's downtown. Here with more is Max Wilson. Max, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Shane?
I am fantastic. You know, we had you on the show either last week or the week prior to discuss some of the shows that were happening in town, now at Roxy's. And this particular story, I mean, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's got to be good, right? I'm unfamiliar, but what's the plot line of Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
Well, it's actually a story based on a real woman from Junction City, Kansas. She was born in East Berlin during the time that the wall went up and escaped by marrying an American GI, came over to Junction City, where she spent most of her life as a babysitter and a few other odd jobs. And the story tells the story of her raising a rock star, and with a rock score that accompanies that story.
All right, so what are you doing? How are you preparing for this role?
Well, I am Hedwig, so first thing I need to do is shave my face tonight before our tech rehearsal. But it's one that we did 2 years ago. It was rated by our fans as one of the fan favorites that we've done in our 5 years. So because it is a small cast show with only 2 actors, we thought it would be a really safe one to bring back to the stage because we could easily socially distance ourselves as well as the audience members from the stage.
Being that the star is Hedwig, a struggling rock star, what's the music? How do you characterize some of the music? And it's written by Stephen Trask, one of the better well-known names on Broadway. But what do we expect there musically?
I mean, it is a rock score, so kind of imagine the punk rock days, very inspired by Iggy Pop, David Bowie, a little bit of even Aretha and just a lot of those strong female performers from back in the day. There's some Debbie Boone and Murray inspiration. It's very classic rock and roll.
And for you, what are the challenges of playing this role?
Well, this character is just larger than life, and it's half stand-up comedy, half rock concert. So I think I've got something like 20 or 30 pages of dialogue and 11 songs. And then we've got my one backup singer, Molly Tully, who's pictured there. We just kind of get to rock out. But I think that the hardest part is just sinking into that material, playing with the audience, because it is very improv based, and like a rock concert, you feel out the crowd and let them play along with you too.
All right, you mentioned the crowd there. We had you on earlier to talk about how, you know, masks are helping people kind of gather more a little bit. What's the situation like at Roxy's? What should we expect there?
Yeah, we're taking a ton of precautions. We're seating at about half capacity and putting 6 feet of distance between every single table. We have hand sanitizing stations throughout the theater. We've got all of our food and drinks going out in disposable cups and plates. All of our servers are wearing masks. Guests are required to wear masks, unless they're eating and drinking, of course. So we're taking tons of precautions. We've got those listed on our website, requiring people to keep 6 feet between themselves when they're in line or as they're coming in the door or going to the restrooms, things like that.
Good deal, good deal. Hey, we've got about 20, 30 seconds. Why don't you just talk to our Good Morning Cake Land viewers? They're always good to us, and I'm sure they'll be good to you. Just let them know why they should be coming out and seeing the show.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, of course, like I said, it was voted as a fan favorite, and it's one that is very life-changing. Neil Patrick Harris did it on Broadway, accompanied by Lena Hall, and both of them will say that this is just a show that reminds you to love one another. And I think that's why it's an especially important time in our history right now. It's a beautiful distraction. It is a show about breaking down barriers, bringing people together, loving every single ounce of yourself, which then allows you to love every ounce of everyone else. And I think that is incredibly relevant right now.
Well, I love that for sure. Thank you so much, Max. Appreciate it. If you'd like to be beautifully distracted by Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and you want to go out there to Roxy's, we'll let you know how you can score some tickets there, roxysdowntown.com. And they are open September 10th to the 20th, so 8 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. We'll be back with more after the break. Max, thank you. Have a great show.